Hi, the past week has been a big one for important, notable events going on in my life. They show how I treat the big events, which I can handle with aplomb, and the little things, which can be stretched out and subject to all kinds of dithering, as I call it. Let's take the big thing first. On Wednesday, New York State lowered the age of what I call vax consent for people to sign up for the vaccine. So I was ready for it. I had a lot of trepidation about how long it was going to take. That was the first thing that happened this week. The second thing that happened was I finally got the pieces I needed to get my Sony H20 camera to work. As you know, this has been a weeks-long endeavor on my part. First, to find a camera to buy on Shop Goodwill, buy it, and then figure out that I needed to get more parts, that buying the camera was just the start. Well, let's talk about these things kind of in order. The vaccine obviously is a huge life-changing event. I'm looking forward to it. My partner Naomi and her father had signed up for it, and it took them hours and hours of time online to find a place to do it, to keep re-hitting the reload button, to finally find a slot open. And it really amounted to quite a slog through the chaos that is signing up for a vaccine in 2021. So when we learned on Tuesday that New York State was lowering the age that I could do it, Naomi warned me that I'd better be ready to spend hours online, jumping from one site to another, hitting the refresh button, desperately trying to grab hold of a time slot. So 7:45 on Wednesday morning, I was at my computer, I had Windows open, I was looking at the New York State sign-up site. I thought it might take me hours to do it. Well, for an event that was so big in life, it took me like 10 minutes. And so I registered. I found a date in early April in White Plains, which is fairly close to us. And so this was a life issue that was settled in remarkably little time. The investment of time to importance of the event was astronomical. It took huge event, took very little time to do it. Now, of course, the other thing that happened was the camera. I took weeks to order it and then more time to get the charger that I needed and the battery I needed. And I finally got it so it could work. So the ratio of time involved with this to the importance in my life was like the inverse of looking for the ticket for the vaccine. It took hours and hours to find the camera, to get everything. I realized that getting this camera was like buying a house that had been advertised as having good bones, just needs a little TLC to make it shine. Well, that's what happened. I got the camera, it had no battery, no charger, and then I realized it had no memory chip that was common, so I had to order a separate memory chip from Amazon. But anyway, a little TLC, and it has been working. So all this brings me back to another major life decision of 3 years ago when my Hyundai Elantra tanked out and I had to get another car. So buying a new car is like a huge event. But for me, mostly because I needed one very quickly, I took about 15 minutes to do research on cars and Consumer Reports. I went to Rivera Toyota in Bedford and took a spin drive of a Toyota Prius and decided I'm going to go on. Yeah, sure, I'll go on and get it. So the amount of time that I took to get a new car, approximately 30 minutes, not counting all the financial issues. Time to get a new camera, a month. Time to get a new computer printer, a year and a half. Yes, I went a year and a half without a printer because I was so alarmed about getting ripped off and buying the wrong one that would break based on bad experience I've had with printers. It took me a long time to finally get a Brother laser printer, but it worked. So here we are. I'm thinking about the kind of weird way that I buy things, that I shop for things. The big issues in life, they go fast. It's the little issues that that bedevil me a little bit. But I'm looking forward to getting my vaccines with all the other people, Naomi getting her vaccine. Maybe now we will be comfortable being on Metro North, being on Amtrak, going places where I can take pictures using this camera or another one. So thanks to the vaccine that took me so little time to register for, I can get out and use the camera in new places. The camera that took me so long to finally settle on, being able to use it. So it's all a mystery, but somehow it all works out. Thank you.